Hello guys, welcome to Global Happenings. Today we have a trending news here for you. And the headline of the news read, Abubakar Atiku surprised Nigerians, proof he would have been a better president as he provides these. See details. But before we continue with details of the news and further analysis, we'd like to encourage you to please subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button and also on the bell icon so as to get notification anytime publish videos on YouTube. Former Vice President and PDP presidential aspirant Atiku Abubakar, whose son Mohammed had tested positive to the novel coronavirus, has announced a relief fund of 50 million naira for Nigerians as the world continues to battle with the COVID-19 virus. In a statement released today, Atiku called on the federal government to fashion out a way to distribute 10,000 naira to families as they obey the stay-at-home directive. According to the former vice president, a large population of Nigerians depend on a daily source of income, and providing financial assistance to these families will be of great relief. Let's just get an extract from his statement. And according to him, he said, as the coronavirus pandemic ravages the world, I applaud the various Nigerian state governments who have proactively taken measures such as issuing stay-at-home orders and shutting down non-essential markets and other places of mass gathering, while also giving guidelines for social distancing. However, we must accept the fact that much of the Nigerian public have a subsistent existence. A large percentage of our people do not have the financial capacity to withstand long periods of self-isolation and even lockdown. It is therefore incumbent on the federal and state government to provide palliatives to the Nigerian people to enable them to survive, even as they abide by these necessary measures put in place for their safety. At an approximate 30 million household or thereabout, the government should devise modalities to distribute 10,000 naira as a supplement for foodstuffs to each household, among other palliative measures, with no one left behind. It is thus time for the National Assembly to reconvene in an emergency session, perhaps by teleconference, in line with the demands of social distancing, to legislate a stimulus package act that will cater for all Nigerian citizens. I also call on all mobile telephonic companies in Nigeria to urgently develop mobile money platforms so that the government can reach the unbanked with financial assistance. I also urge these telecommunication firms to offer each of the 100 million mobile phone lines in Nigeria free credit of at least 1,500 naira per mobile line, so that Nigerians who show symptoms or those who just want information can call the nearest available health facilities or even an ambulance service, as the case may be. I commend all individual and corporate organizations who have one way or the other provided some form of relief for the Nigerian people. In essence, this is what makes Nigeria great, when we help each other or at such crisis time as these, irrespective of any differences. I further call on more corporation and individual with capacity to assist the public in these trying times. To this end, Prime Group pledges 50 million naira on my behalf as my humble contribution to a relief fund that will form part of the stimulus packages. Wow, that was from a would-be president of Nigeria, and Nigerians have reacted to his kind suggestion and also to his contribution to at least making Nigerians happy. Someone says here, way to go, the president we never had. Good moves, God bless you. Another one says, God bless you. Another one says, Nigeria means an opportunity to have it right, but no, we hate good things. Another one says, here, so nice of him. He is really the president. Some blind and hungry idiots voted against. Another person say, forget Atiku, forget Buhari. We run a multi-party system and we need to systematically change every single person in power from after Yaradua. When we do that, we can collect our 0.25 per person from Atiku Relief Fund. Another one say, Baba have released from the stolen ones, wicked politician. Some people still will not even appreciate. How about those that have stolen but they have not dropped even a dime on your table? What do you have to say? All right, we still have a lot of persons who have said one or two things. This one said, well done, Atiku. Others should follow suit, and we must see tangible things the money is being used for. No audio money. Exactly. No audio money. We want reality. But then let's look at what he has done, and from there we kickstart. All right. First of all, I want to say thank you to Atiku Abubakar for his immense contribution during this trying period of crisis for not just Nigeria but for the whole world. Other countries of the world, United States of America, I think they've contributed as much as $1 trillion to enable them take care of their own people, and they're dropping as much as I think 1,500 for each household. That's adults, and I think $2 that's $1,200 for adult, and then $500 for children. And that's what we were expecting, that should be at least a stimulus that will help take care of Nigerians during this period of crisis. But Atiku has set the ball rolling. We want others to queue behind him. First of all, I want to tell him thank you so much, firstly, for the contribution, and secondly, for the suggestion he has given to the state government. I want to say with all amount of respect, no form of subjectivity, but with all amount of objectivity, that Atiku has proven beyond doubt that he would have been a good president to Nigeria. I don't want to compare him with the previous president, but just within this short period, I have seen him to be, call it transparent. Yeah, transparent. He has been a very transparent person. Don't forget that he has been the first in the list to announce that his son, Mohammed, had been tested positive for the coronavirus. What nobody did, even when the Italian guy came into Nigeria, it wouldn't have been bad for them to show us the face of this Italian guy and also go forward to telling us his name. But just because Nigerians, we enjoy hiding things a lot. They refuse to tell Nigerians his name, and even his face was hidden from everybody. It was as if you reveal his personality, war will ensue and all of that. But Atiku was the first person in the whole of Nigeria to come out plain to present and say, hey, CEO, my Pekin, don't test positive to this virus. He was the first person. Nobody ever did it in Nigeria. So that was a degree of integrity that had never been recorded in Nigeria. Someone, despite the fact that it's bad news, it's bad news, just reminding me of what this guy did, Jonathan did when he was, the presidential election result came out in 2015, and immediately picked up his phone to call Buhari and congratulate him. That was just the same character I saw in this guy, and that alone is one thing that nobody can do. The other leaders queue up behind him, like the governor of Bauchi State, Governor Bala Muhammad, also queue up behind him to disclose that he has actually contacted the virus. He is positive. And then we've heard about Abakari's own and the other persons also. Everybody had to, just because Atiku Abubakar opened up, that's why everybody opened up. And so we just want to tell him, you're a great guy, you've done so noble, and if you were our president, I think you would have been a little bit better. And now look at the stimulus package that he had given to Nigerians. 50 million naira. A a lot of people are still not appreciating it. Some said stolen funds and all of that. Yeah, it's stolen funds, whatever. But then he's trying to sow back into the society. And this is one thing a lot of politicians cannot do, And I just want to tell him thank you. And some other persons who have also done same. For example, the general overseer of this church in Abuja, Dunamis, Enenche is a one great giver. He had given so much medical facilities, medical stuff to, I think, the Minister of Health. That shows that he has the people at mind. There are still others who are holding tenaciously to their monies, especially most of them men of God. I don't know why they are doing that. And there are some other rich dudes, who are still holding tenaciously. I think this is the time that we must try to prove that we have the spirit of brotherhood, and we want to continue forging ahead with this nation. We have the likes of MTN. He has also made a suggestion containing MTN that they should also load each and every at least 100 million people who are on their network, load them with 1,500. That should be their own contribution. If you can't load us 1,500, how about buying us some superb testing kits and all of that? Provide some key things that are needful during this period. It will go an extra mile to prove that you are always ready to stand by Nigerians, and you are always ready to carry out your corporate social responsibility. And I think this suggestion that he has given, he has already proven that he's ready to help out with 50 million. And I think the government needs to do a lot about it. But if you ask me if that's going to be possible, I can preempt the future at this point, because already there had been a lot of tussle in the area of payment of salaries to civil servants. And we just heard that some states may not be able to pay their match salary. Reason being that the prices of things have really, especially the prices of oil, has nosedived greatly. And just fairly recently, they have reviewed the budget. And right now, everything is hanging on the oil being $30 per barrel. So which means a lot of administrative costs, a lot of indirect costs, which is going to be written off. For example, salaries, the workers should forget about the minimum wage, the improved minimum wage, because I'm so certain that not even one state government will be willing, and they should bear with the country as at this time. And this is another opportunity why we have to nosedive, or not nosedive, we have to migrate into a more consistent and productive industry avenue for making money. The likes of these guys, Lagos State may not really have a problem. They can continue with their minimum wage, because improved minimum wage, because at least they are the topmost, they are the highest in ranking when it comes to internally generated revenue. But for other state government like Bauchi State and Taraba State and the likes, they don't even have reasonable amount of internally generated revenue, and money coming from federation account has really drop, and for that reason it may just not be possible for them to do it. So I'm not trying to digress, but the truth is, with the suggestion he has given and the money that he has donated, announced, I don't know if it has been donated yet. I just pray it shouldn't be audio money. We are hopefully it's not going to be audio money, but with the amount that he has released thus far, announced, and I don't think the federal government will do anything right now, because it's very glaring that they are trying to make sure they work around their budget. They won't want to release so much money. Though if they touch our foreign reserve, it can still go an extra mile to help us, but I know they won't. However, Nigerians are going to survive. It's left into the hands of Nigeria. I will give the former presidential aspirant of PDP and also former vice president of Nigeria, Atiku Abubakar, a candid advice. And that advice will be, please, if you can distribute the monies to Nigerians yourselves, create an enabling strategy that will enable you to credit the accounts of Nigeria. Because let the truth be told, this current government will not do anything like that. For now, they are even looking for money According to the news we heard some 1 week ago, there was almost a fight. They were in shouting competition. That's the governors. When they presented to them how much will be credited into their own accounts, they were screaming and shouting, which means right now the government of the day are not willing to go extra mile in helping Nigerians. Anyhow, we can survive. That is our business. But thank God that this issue is not just touching us alone, but it's touching every Nigerian in Nigeria. So we have no trouble there. We are so hopeful that the federal government will wake up to its responsibility, and other leaders and other business gurus will also wake up to help out, especially during this time. Once again, thank you very much, Atiku Abubakar, for what you have done. I'm hopeful that the money will reach the common man. That's where we're going to leave it. Go to our comment section. Let's interact. Do you think that Atiku Abubakar would have been a better option for the post of the presidency than the